Rebecca Gayheart's story reads like a roller coaster, one filled with early success, heartbreaking tragedy, Hollywood fame, personal struggles, and now an inspiring renewal. The latest chapter? After nearly 7 years apart, Rebecca and her husband, actor Eric Dane, best known as McSteamy on Grey's Anatomy, have reconciled. That revelation came in June 2025, just as Eric publicly shared his ALS diagnosis and spoke candidly about Rebecca being his strongest supporter. Their renewed bond, under the weight of personal hardship, reminds us that love, resilience, and shared history can endure and even thrive under pressure. Born August 12, 1971, in Hazard, Kentucky, Rebecca is the daughter of Flanova, a Mary Kay consultant, and Curtis Gayheart, a coal truck driver. Raised in a working-class home, she displayed early flair and ambition, traits nurtured alongside her siblings in the coal mining town. At 14, she won a local modeling contest, ushering her to New York City by 15 to attend the esteemed Professional Children's School and Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute. Modeling for brands like Noxzema, Campbell's, and JCPenney, she earned early fame as the Noxzema Girl in the early 90s, beloved for her magnetism and classic looks. Her modeling success opened doors, and by 1992, she transitioned into acting with a breakthrough role as Hannah Mayberry on Loving. From there, her career prospered. In 1995, Rebecca delivered a memorable performance as Tony Marchette on Beverly Hills 90210, the fiancée of Luke Perry's character. Though the storyline was short-lived, it left a lasting impression. That momentum led to film roles in hits like Scream 2, 1997, Urban Legend, 1998, and Jawbreaker, 1999, films that cemented her status as a talented actress in the teen horror genre. In 2001, at the height of her public success, Rebecca was struck by tragedy. While driving in Los Angeles, she accidentally hit and killed 9-year-old Jorge Cruz Jr. The incident shook her to the core. She pled no contest to vehicular manslaughter, was placed on probation, fined, ordered to perform community service, and settled a wrongful death lawsuit. The emotional impact was profound, a period of deep grief, self-reflection, and recovery. But Rebecca's innate strength and compassion guided her back to the public light. In 2003, she met Eric Dane, then rising in Grey's Anatomy. Less than a year later, they married in Las Vegas, 2004, and later welcomed daughters Billy, 2010, and Georgia, 2011. Together, they seemed a Hollywood love story until life threw another challenge. In 2009, a private sex tape was leaked involving Rebecca, Eric, and Carrie-Anne Paniche during a private gathering. The scandal rocked tabloids and caused public turmoil, though the couple stayed united, entering a path of recovery and healing. Rebecca's professional path continued to oscillate between small and big screens. From the Firefly pilot, Broadway roles in Steel Magnolias and Boing Boing, to film appearances in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019. Her resilience shone through, and her choice of nuanced, dramatic roles reflected both her talent and depth. In 2018, Rebecca filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences after 14 years of marriage. The split made headlines, but she and Eric maintained respectful co-parenting and appeared together on family vacations. Despite the public nature of their separation, their shared devotion to their teenage daughters kept them closely connected. By March 2025, there was a powerful shift. Rebecca formally dismissed the divorce petition, stating that their relationship had evolved into a deep friendship and strong co-parenting partnership. A few weeks later, Eric shared devastating news. He had been diagnosed with ALS, the neurodegenerative disease known as Lou Gehrig's. In a candid sit-down interview, Eric credited Rebecca as his biggest champion, speaking emotionally about her unwavering support. He discussed the progression of his condition, starting in his hand, losing function in his right arm, and now even part of his left, and shared a frightening incident of nearly drowning while snorkeling due to muscle weakness. He emphasized that despite this challenge, he is determined to continue telling his story and that Rebecca is with him every step of the way. Rebecca, too, described their renewed relationship not as a return to romance, but as a season of companionship and mutual respect. Her words resonated. It wasn't a failure. We had 15 successful years together and 2 beautiful children. I think that's something to celebrate. For Rebecca Gayheart, this current chapter is about more than reconciliation. It's about choosing empathy and love over bitterness. It's about co-parenting, partnership, and the power of commitment, especially when confronted with profound adversity. Her journey from rural Kentucky to Hollywood stardom, from tragedy to redemption, from scandal to family unity, offers a blueprint for resilience. She's navigated the highs and the lows with integrity and growth. Today, Rebecca balances roles as mother, artist, advocate, and caretaker. She's supporting Eric's ALS battle, staying close to her daughters, and continuing to act and direct. She and Eric are building new purpose together, not as spouses in the conventional sense, but as teammates determined to face life's unknowns with grace. Their story has become deeply inspiring, offering lessons in forgiveness, evolution, and hope. It reminds us that love isn't always linear. Sometimes it morphs. Sometimes it adapts. It's about staying for family, for friendship, for loyalty, especially when life demands it most. Rebecca's legacy isn't just in urban legend or 90210 or her Broadway work. It's in the life she's lived, the person she's become, and the family she's helped hold together in crisis. This reconciliation isn't a Hollywood happy ending. It's a real-life guidepost. It's okay to let seasons end and new ones begin. It's okay to redefine relationships. It's okay to love someone differently and deeply under new circumstances. Rebecca Gayheart's story today says, resilience matters. Healing is possible. And sometimes finding your way back isn't about going home. It's about building a new home together. As a mother, Rebecca is determined to raise strong, compassionate daughters who understand the importance of grace and dignity. She encourages them to embrace their own identities, love deeply, and face challenges with courage. Her motherhood journey, shaped by both joy and hardship, offers lessons not only to her children, but to parents everywhere. She models emotional intelligence, patience, and perseverance. Professionally, she's been quietly expanding her influence behind the camera. Rebecca has started directing independent projects that reflect themes of redemption, womanhood, and resilience. She believes stories have power, not just to entertain, but to heal. Her new work focuses on bringing overlooked voices to the screen, especially women navigating trauma and recovery. Her advocacy work has also grown. In recent years, she's supported organizations focused on road safety, victim support, and ALS research. Having experienced tragedy firsthand, she brings empathy and authenticity to her causes. Rebecca doesn't just lend her name. She shows up, she listens, and she works behind the scenes to effect meaningful change. The public's response to her reconciliation with Eric has been overwhelmingly supportive. Fans, fellow actors, and even critics have acknowledged the maturity and grace with which both have handled their journey. Many view it as a reminder that relationships can evolve positively, even after hardship. Rebecca's journey teaches us that healing doesn't always come in a straight line. It can be messy, nonlinear, and surprising. But with time, openness, and courage, new beginnings are always possible. Her story is not just about survival, it's about transformation. Her strength lies in her willingness to face life fully, the glamorous and the grim, the highs of stardom and the lows of public scrutiny. Through it all, she has held on to her values, remained grounded, and never lost her compassion. Rebecca Gayheart stands today not just as a successful actress and model, but as a resilient woman, a loving mother, a supportive partner, and a storyteller. Her life is a powerful narrative of growth, redemption, and enduring love. And as she continues to support Eric Dane through his ALS battle, raise their daughters, and create meaningful work, she inspires all of us to lead lives of purpose, forgiveness, and deep connection. Rebecca reminds us that it's never too late to begin again, and that the most beautiful chapters can come after the hardest ones.